Said the car ain't been on the street in like forever. But she out now, man. She out now. She sounds real crazy. I think I really gotta get back. I need to get it probably a flush on the power steering. What's good, grind schoolers? It's your boy Rob, and we back in the shop today. So today we are going to be working on the Impala. So I said before that if I could do things that are like really quick, something that doesn't necessarily require a lot of time, it's not a huge commitment like, you know, painting the elko or nothing like that, then I'm gonna do it, take care of it, get it done, so that, you know what I'm saying, like I can continue keep moving on my projects and getting things done, getting things knocked out. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. We are going to probably be replacing some things up under the hood, some little tune-up type things, so that I can go ahead and do whatever I gotta do with the wheel wells, and then I can automatically take this car to the emissions place and to the exhaust place once it starts to warm up. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. I also got a huge, something real big for the El Camino, something really big. And I'll give y'all a hint. If you can guess it, jump down in the comments and let me know what you think it is. But it's something big, something I've been wanting and needing to get for the longest time. But anyways, man, let's go ahead and jump into the video. If you haven't done so already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell notification so you get a notification every single time we drop another video. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it. Also, shout out to Dash, because Dash is kind of in the same process that I'm in. Like, we're kind of like on the same exact trajectory with his project and with my project. You know what I mean? We're kind of doing the same things. So if you like what I'm doing, go ahead and check out Dash's garage. I'll throw his stuff up here on the screen so y'all can see it. Go over there and check him out as well, because like I said, he's doing the same exact thing. We're kind of like on the same trajectory as to what's going down with our projects. So go ahead and check him out and show him some love, subscribe to his channel. But let's go ahead and jump into the work that we're doing on the Impala today, because I want to get it done, and I'm not really too enthusiastic about doing it, or enthused about doing it, because like I said, man, working on these LT1s, like the spark plugs, is a hassle, man. Also, jump down in the comment section and let me know if y'all have a better way of doing it. By the time y'all see this video, I'll be done with it. But man, I don't like doing what I'm about to do, but it is what it is. It should be a little bit easier since I'm taking the water pump off, but you know, it's still gonna be a hassle over there on the passenger side, I already know. But it's all good. We're gonna try to figure it out. I'm not gonna spend too much of my time on it. We're just gonna get to it, do it, get it done. So stay tuned. Let's go ahead and jump into this project for today. All right, so before we get started, I am going to be replacing the spark plug wires and the spark plugs today. Hopefully we can get to all of it and get it done. I'm not really enthused about changing spark plugs on this car because it's terrible. It's more specifically on the passenger side rather than on the driver's side. The driver's side is not too bad, but I've done this twice before. I did it on my homie's Caprice, and it was terrible. It took me all day to get the spark plugs on that side when I did it before, and I also did it on my 96 Caprice before, and I ended up having to leave, I believe, 2 spark plug wires in the car because I just couldn't get to them. I was doing it in like my college dorm, or my homie's college apartment complex, and it just wasn't working like I needed it to work. So we're gonna go ahead and try to get that done today. It should be a little bit easier just because I got to take all this stuff off, and I'm gonna replace the water pump as well. And there's a bolt missing from my water pump. I don't know how that happened, but it wasn't like that before, and this car has not done anything except hit the tow truck. So I don't know, not a big deal. We're just gonna take care of it, and then hopefully all that should be good to go, and then we'll end up doing an oil change just so that the car I know for sure is kosher and we're rocking like we need to rock. And we shouldn't have no issues. Those are pretty much the only tune-up things I really kind of want to do, because I don't want to throw a bunch of money at this LT1, because eventually it's going to go LS. I don't know when, how long that's going to take, but that's the plans for it. So right now I'm just focused on getting the car running like it needs to run and on the road so I can get it painted and just get everything done. That's my main concern, really my only concern, because there's nothing wrong with anything on the car. It's not like I do need a new motor or a new transmission right now, because it works just fine. I just want more power, obviously. But, you know, if I could just get this thing, you know what I'm saying, to be mint and everything all taken care of and put together, we'll be good to go. We can just hop in this car and drive it. I know it looks like, you know, like this, and it's been looking like this for the better of a year. Now I think so. I think that's when I did all of this, a little bit more than a year or whatever. But, you know, these things take time, especially with all these projects I got going, got shaking and moving. But anyways, man, that's what we're gonna be doing today. Oh, what a humbling experience. I'm quickly reminded why I hate LT1s. I don't know why they're so difficult, but this water pump should theoretically fall right out, right? And maybe some of y'all probably have done this before or know what the deal is, but this water pump won't come out because there's like a bolt down there. I don't know if you can see, but there's a bolt or a stud like right here, that the water pump won't slide out of, and it looks like there's a nut behind the bracket that's on top of the water pump. I don't know which bracket it is. I thought it was a smog pump, so I disconnected the smog pump, and it's not. I'm not really sure which bracket it is. If it's this coil, ignition coil bracket, it doesn't really look like it, but then again, I don't know, and I don't really want to have to take that all apart because I already took the smog pump apart. Don't want to have to do all of that. But the water pump is not coming out, and it's pissing me off because this was supposed to be quick in, boom, go ahead and do spark plug wires, boom, 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 we all good. Obviously, things never go according to plan. But this is annoying. Like, why is the water pump attached to this little bracket? And why is it not at like a separate hole like on every other engine that Chevy makes? I don't understand. It should be just 4 bolts, boom, boom, in and out. I'd have been done with the Elko already. But this right here is the reason why I don't mess with LT1s, because they're super duper difficult to work with. And it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way. Some people love them, some people hate them. I'm leaning towards that hate side just because I remember what it's like on this thing. It's not fun. It's not fun, man. Like I told my homie had an LT1 Caprice. I told him it's difficult to work on. I don't like working on it, blah, 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 blah. Whatever. He ended up actually selling the car because one of the bolts had broke off into the water pump and we couldn't get the water pump off. And he was already on the verge of selling it, and he just threw his hands with it and just sold the car. Now I'm seeing why this is, yeah. I'm just frustrated. I'm just venting. But anyways, man, let me go ahead and rack my brain, try to figure out how to do this. Like I said, I wish this was live so y'all can give me some type of advice if you've ever switched a water pump before. But right now, you know what I'm saying, we just gonna have to thug it out and see what happens. So anyways, it is what it is. All right, so we got everything off. I didn't have to do it, but I did it. I guess you still gotta unloosen the top bolt for the smog pump. And then there's a bolt for this little gray bracket right here that you gotta basically take off in order to move that bracket out the way to pull the water pump off. I think that's mad stupid how that happened, but it is what it is, man. We got it off. Now we're just gonna go down up in here and run the spark plug wires. We'll run all of those. I guess we'll do one by one, starting with the hardest one, and then I'll at the same time replace the spark plugs as well. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'll put the new water pump on. I gotta get a thermostat and a coolant temperature sensor. I'm almost tempted to switch out this coil pack too, or ignition coil, I should say. Just because, I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, whatever. But we are gonna replace the water pump. As of right now, my Opti is good. Like, I haven't had no issues with it, and I'm hoping that it stays that way. But, you know, only time will tell, because I don't want to have to remove the water pump again and the harmonic balancer just to get to the Opti. Truth be told, if the Opti does go out, man, we might be doing a motor swap. I mean, like I said, I don't know, man. Like, I'm on the fence because this motor looks so clean, looks so good and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I don't know. And I don't even think I needed to replace the water pump either, to be honest. I think it was just that bolt that was making it leak so bad, which it really sucks, because here we are replacing the water pump. So we'll go ahead and swap everything out, get it all done, taken care of, and then, you know, we'll be done with this. At least that will be part of the mission that's completed. And then we'll move on to doing the shocks and rolling the fenders, and this car will be road ready, and we shouldn't have no issues out of it, man. And then do the oil change, we should be good to go. I'm just tired of not driving my car, man, or not being able to drive my car. I really want to drive my Impala, man, because this could be a daily if it was right, and that was the goal. But, you know, I don't have to daily it. So we'll go ahead and keep pushing, forging ahead. It's easier to do this type of stuff while it's cold, because, like I said, the El Camino is hard to spray when it's cold. So we'll just keep on working however we work, and then we'll go ahead and get it done. All right, y'all. So I got the harmonic balancer bolts loosened up, pulled the belt off with the tensioner, just push it down. I was racking my brain on how to do this, just because I got my air ratchet out. My impact wouldn't work because it was too big. My battery power impact wasn't strong enough. So all I did was I took my breaker bar and I just put it on, put the socket onto the screw or the bolt or whatever, and I just yanked it. Now the harmonic balancer will move, but I just kept yanking it, you know, turning it back, yanking it, and eventually they loosened up. Now, I don't know if that's gonna be everybody's car, because some people's might be a little bit more rusty or something like that, but it worked for me. And those bolts are loose, so now we can take off the harmonic balancer, get to this Opti Spark. And the only reason why I'm changing this thing is because I'm here already, you know, because I was changing the water pump, but I'm here already. So I might as well just go ahead and snatch it off and replace it, so I don't have to go through draining my coolant, you know what I'm saying, and getting all that stuff all messy again. And I know it got wet because the coolant was just going everywhere. So we're gonna go ahead and just yank it out, replace it anyway, because we're replacing the spark plugs, the wires, and all that good stuff anyway. So and I'm already here, so I might as well replace it. So that's what we're doing. Gonna go ahead and yank this thing out, and then hopefully we can get everything back together in a timely manner. But that's what I had to do in order to get them bolts out. So just a little tip, I guess. It worked for me, so hopefully it might work for somebody else. Man, hard to see, but if you can see, looks like these things are really good in this motor. So they don't look like they're new or nothing, because the little thing is like worn down, but it's not like white, like it's burning smoke, or it's not like black or nothing like that. It looks pretty good. It doesn't look like it, you know, anything seized or nothing like that. I'm gonna replace them anyway, just for the peace of mind. But like I said, man, somebody took really good care of this motor. Like I said, it's dirty, but you know, you get my drift. We're gonna continue to keep on working, keep getting things knocked out. Man, I can't keep telling y'all enough how much I hate working on LT1 motors. I hate it, man. That spark plug back there was so difficult to get to, and the other side is even worse. So we're just gonna keep on rocking with it, man. Trying to get the hardest ones out first, so that I'm not discouraged moving forward. It's better to do it that way. Get the hardest ones, the ones that frustrate you the most, so then you know that the road gets easier after you get the hard ones out, and you're burning all your energy at the beginning. So as you start getting tired trying to get done, you know what I'm saying, it gets easier and easier. So we're gonna go ahead and rock it out and take care of it. All right, so I got all the spark plugs on this side done. Now I got to do the other side. But a quick little tip or whatever. So when I was pulling each spark plug wire out, I was pretty much putting it in here. So when I pull, like say for instance, I pulled off the top one from that one, I put the top spark plug wire on there. These things are cut to length, so pretty much the shortest one is cylinder number 1, you know what I mean? The next one is 3, 5, 7 or whatever. I think that's how it goes. I think this is odd and that's even on that side, but the longest one goes in the back. This one goes to the second to furthest, and then the medium one goes, you know, so on and so forth. So, you know, so don't just try to snatch out all the spark plug wires, because then you'll be looking at diagrams and stuff like that and cost you a little bit of time. So, you know what I mean? I got it like that. And then once I take this one off, I'll route those, boom, plug them up, hook this up, we'll be good to go. So we're gonna go ahead and jump on this side. I'm a little bit apprehensive about doing it because, man, this side sucks. I remember doing spark plug wires on this side, or spark plugs on this side, and it sucks really, really bad. Hopefully that's not the case today, but yeah, let's go ahead and just jump into it. All right, y'all, so we got everything off, distributor or whatever. What I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna clean up all down up in there. I'm gonna hit it off with some engine degreaser. Obviously I'm gonna cover up the holes, probably like with some cardboard as I spray, so I can get it all up in, you know, the camshaft or up in the the ports where the water pump attached to. But I'm not really trying to like detail it like crazy or nothing like that. I'm just trying to get this junk off of here, off the valve covers, and then, you know, clean up the intake manifold, just to make it look a little bit more presentable. Man, but as I was taking all these spark plugs out, like I said, they look really good. This side is not as difficult as I remember it, but it was still hard, man. Just contorting my hand and trying to, you know what I'm saying, like get the spark plugs. And I still got to get this one right here, this cylinder number 2, I think, right behind the alternator. I got to get that one. But it's definitely a lot easier working on a small block than this, man. But it is what it is, man. We're gonna go ahead and clean all that stuff up, make it look nice. I got a new thermostat. New coolant temperature sensor, so we should be good to go. And then this would kind of conclude the tune-up stuff. I'll probably just change the oil, drain the transmission fluid, and do a brake flush, and this thing should be mint. So yeah, I'm gonna keep on grinding. I'm gonna go ahead and spray this. I'm gonna hit it with like a little wire brush a little bit, and then I'm gonna just rag it down. And then afterwards, we'll go ahead and start assembling everything back together. I gotta get this thing apart. I'm gonna just wipe this up too. I'm gonna wipe it up with like a rag or something like that. I'm not gonna spray the engine degreaser. I'm gonna just, you know, clean it with a dry rag. But yeah, other than that, man, belt looks good. It doesn't look like there's any cracking or anything on the belt. I might throw some conditioner on it too, just to make sure it's good. But man, even these little plastic hoses and stuff, they're not even cracked up. The only one I saw that's really cracked up is that one right there, and that's it. Even the rubber hoses are good. I mean, they could be replaced, just so that they're brand new, but they don't need to be replaced, so it's all good. But yeah, man, we're just gonna keep grinding, keep getting through it, and then we should be done with this project hopefully today. I want to be complete with it, have the water pump back on, have everything done, and then we can move on to the next phase of what we got to do. All right, grind schoolers, quick update on where we are. We got the new cap and rotor on. We have the spark plug wires ran, spark plugs replaced. The spark plugs on this side, or the wires on this side, are all hooked up. I have to hook up these ones. It's really tough fishing these wires through and around the block, just because the access point to get to it is really difficult. I had to take that this hose off to kind of be able to move that emissions pipe or whatever it is that goes down there. I had to take that off in order to move that pipe so I can get down there and access the spark plugs and wires and stuff like that. Man, if you have big hands, I feel sorry for you, man, because my hands are, you know, not that big, and I was like contorting my hands, and you know what I'm saying, my hands all sore trying to just get everything together down there. But we're good. All the spark plug wires are lined up, ready to go on. I already got this first one on, so I only got 3 left. It shouldn't be too difficult because the space towards the back is a little bit more or whatever. And then we also got our water pump. So after I'm done scraping this gasket off, I'm almost done. I don't know if you can see, but I got a little bit of scraping to do right there. Once all of that is gone, we can go ahead and slap our water pump on, and then we'll put our harmonic balancer back on, and then we'll do that before we put the water pump on. But anyways, after I'm done scraping this gasket, I'll do that, and then we'll start the car and see how she runs. She should be 100% solid, man. I'm hoping that it goes really well, but we'll see. Hopefully she sounds better than she used to, a little bit more healthy. She was already healthy as it is, like I explained before, but hopefully it's just a little bit better. And then I'll pull her out and dust her off a little bit, and we'll take a look at her. All right, y'all, everything is together. The water pump's in there, hoses are all connected, belt is on. Last thing we got to do is just get the air cleaner on there. But I think what I'm gonna do is, I think I'm gonna start the car first just to make sure everything's good. Then I'll add the coolant, and then after I add the coolant, I'll just let it run. By that time I'll hook up the air cleaner and all that. But I'll get a cold start for y'all. I mean, this thing ain't been started in 2 months, I think, since I picked it up. But anyways, man, so I'm hoping everything's all good, everything's all solid. I'm gonna pull that from up under there, and hopefully we don't have no leaks. All right, let's see what it do now. There we go. She's purring. We're not gonna let it run too long because, like I said, there's no antifreeze in it. I'm about to dump it in there real quick. I just wanted to make sure that everything turned over, everything turned on. You can hear her purring, man. That's why I don't want to get rid of her, because, you know, it's super duper, a really nice motor, like I said, man. It's a really nice motor. But let me go ahead and throw some coolant in here so I can keep it running. There it goes, man. She's purring like a kitten. Impala is almost ready for the road. It's burning something. I don't know if that's exhaust, or I think it's exhaust, because the car's not even hot yet. So I might have a nice little exhaust leak, or it could be burning off that engine degreaser stuff. I don't really know, but I put coolant in it. It probably is engine degreaser because it's on both sides. So I guess I'll go ahead and turn it off because that's looking pretty smoky. But anyways, man, you hear the car purring. No lights on the dash, nothing going down. But yeah, so anyways, I think that might be the engine degreaser burning off. So the residue or whatnot, because it's never ever done that before, and it's doing it on both sides. So I'm gonna just let that kind of burn itself off. I'm pretty much just making sure that we don't have no leaks anywhere or anything like that. There's still some tweaking that needs to happen. I still want to kind of get all this gunk and stuff cleaned up. But for the most part, man, I think that's pretty much about it. Yeah, it's smoking real good. I have no idea what's going down, but we're gonna have to figure that out. Good. From the back, it's probably coming out the exhaust. But right here is probably the engine degreaser. But anyways, man, that's gonna do it for this video. I'll probably clean this back up again. Throw some engine degreaser on there, clean that up. And then that's pretty much it. That concludes this project. Like I said, I'm hoping that there's no leaks. I'm running out of time today, so I probably won't be able to pull the car out and check thoroughly and stuff like that. All right, y'all, everything is back together. Looks good. Car starts right up, sounds good. She's purring. Like I said, I think the that degreaser was burning off. Also, I haven't driven the car in a long time. In the car, when I first got it back, it barely started up. It started up after they jumped it, and it was only running for a little bit, and then I stopped it and it died. So in actuality, this is like pretty much the first start in pretty much almost like a year, at least for me, of, you know, with my wear, what I'm aware of, you know what I mean? And then also, I went ahead and threw all the hardware from the old hood on, the spring and the latch and stuff like that. We're gonna have to take it back off, but I don't know when the car is gonna get painted, so I'm not too pressed to like do anything right now with that. But grill on, everything's on, the hood can latch, everything can be all good, nice and solid. We're gonna continue working on the car. I think I'm gonna throw QA1s all the way around in all four corners so I can get the ride just right. But for the most part, man, this car is almost on the road, man. Aside from getting the suspension correct, other than that, everything else is good. Like I said, I'm probably gonna roll the fenders. I don't know when. I might even try to do that this weekend. At least start with this one. Start with that one, and then we'll see how that goes. And if that one is okay, then we'll move on to the next one. And then I'll just throw coilovers on the back, and the car should be riding real nice. And that's pretty much it, man. After I'm done with that, I can take the car up to emissions, get the car emissioned, and then throw the exhaust on it, and she's good to go. The last thing we'll need to do is just get the paint on it. But yeah, man, I pretty much got, like I said, everything all said and done. It looks a lot cleaner, a lot prettier up in here. I'll probably do some scraping and some more cleaning when time allows for it. It's still a little bit dusty or whatever, but like I said, I uncovered a really nice solid motor, and I think I'm going to just rock with this and keep it like this for now until it's time to change it out. And then that LS, like I said, will go in the Elco, because the Elco's about to be on some other next level type stuff. Whole suspension, LS motor, everything, she's gonna be solid. This one is just gonna be a nice little cruiser. I just want to get it out for the summer. Like, I want to drive my car, and I'm gonna shoot for trying to get this thing painted by at least midsummer. We'll see how everything goes, but I'm knocking down the little things that I had said that needed to be taken care of on the car So those are things that are not are no longer going to be taking up my time. I think the next thing that I'm probably gonna do is address this steering wheel. I'm probably gonna take it out because the car is just sitting here for now. Send it to Adrian Rogers, Roger SS, to have him wrap it and get my airbag cover. And then the interior will be pretty much complete. Then I'll throw some Dakota digitals up in there, and then that'll be all done. We won't have to worry about nothing there. We don't have to worry about nothing in the motor. Everything seems solid. Obviously, I'll know more once we get further down the road. And then other than that, like I said, I'll just throw some QA1s on here, man, and then call it a day. Because I don't want to keep on messing around with these springs, trying to figure out what's going on, how to get the geometry right in order to make it work. Rolling fenders and all that kind of stuff. We're gonna try it and see how it goes and see what it do. But yeah, we're definitely going to play around with it and see, because I love how it looks, man. I love how it looks, but I think it's sagging a little tiny bit too low. And then once I put the QA1s on the back, I'll probably order them within like the next week or so. We'll go ahead and extend the real wheel, because I have the QA1. All right, y'all. So I think, like I was saying, I'm going to go ahead and do the coilovers in the back instead of just doing the shocks. The shocks are obviously cheaper, but the coilovers will allow me to dial the car in. If you can see, the wheel is tucked all the way up under there. I have my rims in the trunk, so that's weighing the car down. But when I put speakers and stuff in there, it won't be as heavy as the rims, but it's still gonna have some type of weight. And then if somebody decides to sit in the back or something like that, this is the result that we're gonna get with those shocks. So in order to prevent that, I want to go ahead and get the coilovers to prevent it from rubbing, raise the car up a little bit just so that you can see just the top of the tire. And then that will be dialed in, that will be good to go. I'll probably throw wheel wheel brakes on here as well, just to make sure everything is all solid. Brake flush everything out, make sure everything is all good, and then this car is ready for the road, man. And then last thing I gotta worry about is paint, but at least I can drive the car. That's my only dilemma, is just the suspension. That's the only reason why I can't drive the Impala right now. The only reason why I can't drive the car. The car starts right up, transmission shifts smooth, everything is smooth, brakes are good, brand new, everything is good. That's the only reason why I can't drive the car. So I wanna get that sorted out as soon as I possibly can, and then I can start taking the car out and start driving this a lot more. And then we'll start, starting to warm up now. Like right now it is 60 degrees in the garage, if you could see that. So we're getting there. We're getting some better days. The next week and a half will probably be pretty cold, but in the coming weeks, man, we're gonna be getting more sunlight and a lot more warmth and stuff like that. So we'll be good, man. We'll be back on grinding on these cars, getting everything all solid and together. And then like I said in my last video, I want to get the cars out instead of just sitting here in the garage with me working on them. So all right, y'all, this is like my first drive in the Impala in like a year, yo. I know I was just saying what I was about to do with the QA1 and stuff like that, but the car really ain't rubbing really bad, you know what I'm saying? Like, it rubs when I go on like bumps and stuff, but the turns seem to be okay. So I think I'm gonna just roll the fenders and see where that gets me. We'll see what the deal is. I'll you know what, I'm gonna pull over so y'all can see the car actually out, because the car ain't been out in a minute. So let me go ahead and get out real quick. All right, y'all, like I said, the car ain't been on the street in like forever. But she out now, man. She out now. She sounds real crazy. I think I really gotta get back. I need to get probably a flush on the power steering So I tried to do it before the car left to the paint shop myself, but it sounds like it's still kind of crazy. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to get a power steering flush. I'm probably gonna get like a brake flush, oil change, and transmission flush. Just to get everything all situated and dialed in, because that is extremely loud and it's very, very annoying. But yeah, man, here she is out in the wild for the first time in a long time, man. I think I'll just replace the shocks and see what that does for me. This is stupid close. It looks like my rim got kind of scratched up a little bit down here too. It's super close, but what I'll do is I'll probably roll this out a little bit, and that might give me the clearance that I need to run it how I'm running it. So I'm gonna drive around a little bit, man. I haven't driven this car in forever, so I think I'm gonna just drive around a little bit, man, enjoy it a little bit, and you guys will definitely see this car on the road a lot more. I'm actively trying to get this car just in driving condition, so I can just hop in, go to the store or whatever, and do what I gotta do. But yeah, man, there she is, bruh. There she is. Looking stupid sexy. But super dusty too. But you know, all that sanding and, you know, whatever been going on. But anyways, man, I'm gonna hop back in and we'll go ahead and conclude the video. All right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, man. I was able to actually get the car out. It's not rubbing too bad. Even with those wheels in the back of in the trunk, it's not rubbing too bad. And matter of fact, the front is pretty much rubbing on the bumper where it's hanging. If it was attached, it probably wouldn't do that. I'm still gonna probably roll the fenders out a little bit, and we'll go ahead and see if that works. If that works, then I won't do the QA1. I do want the QA1 just because of the simple fact that I will be able to dial in the car a little bit better. The ride will be a little bit better, but as long as it doesn't rub and I can get it and prevent it from rubbing, we'll be good to go. So right now what I'm going to do is just, I guess I'll roll the fenders first and see how that goes before I put the shocks on, because I don't want to install the shocks if the rolling the fenders doesn't work. Because the shocks on the car are okay, I guess. It was a little bouncy, you could tell. But, you know, I mean, the car is sitting there, it's not sagging or anything. So we'll go ahead and we'll see. We'll play it by ear, man. But I'm super geeked to be able to get the car out and actually driving. We still have some things that we got to do to clean it up, but I just want to be able to get my Impala, man. There's nothing like driving a bubble. There's nothing like it, man. The car is a big, nice car. They look really good. They're comfortable. They're nice. They're spacious. They have plenty of power from the LT1 power plant. Obviously, if you're trying to race and you're trying to, you know, beat Hellcats and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, it's no good for that. But to be a big car, to get up and go, the looks, the attention that you get in something like this, man, it's second to none, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I call this my ghetto Mercedes, just because of the simple fact that, you know, it's not necessarily luxurious on the level, obviously, of a Mercedes, but it's comfortable, it's spacious, has the leather seats, everything is good and solid, man, and it's luxurious to me. Like I said, this is my ghetto Mercedes, man. I just want to get it on the road. So anyways, man, before we conclude this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell notification so you get a notification every single time we drop another video. We're going to be dropping so much content on the Impala, man, and it's going to be dope. So without further ado, man, always remember, work hard so you can live free.